the JCI stage, Cody Cirks.
The action continues as brown belt Cody Cirks steps onto the mat. It's time for some heavyweights, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Cirks, 33 years old, ready to make a name for himself tonight. Again, out of the Academy of Combat Arts, training along greats like Dylan Spicer.
Opponent, entering the JCI stage, Colton Folliard.
And there is another big pop for Colton Folliard out of Real Movement MMA. A very accomplished purple belt. I mean, this guy is already taking home gold medals in the advanced division at ADCC Opens. ADCC Open Chicago champion at blue and purple. 2024 ADCC champion of the Phoenix Open.
Grappling fans, it's time
So
for
many
the big
accolades.
boys in match
I don't have time,
18.
Cisco.
Introducing first the grappler standing to my right. He's making his way to the mats from the Academy of Combat Arts, representing Team Pedro Sauer Jiu-Jitsu. From Fargo, North Dakota, he is Cody Cirks. His opponent standing to my left in the red corner, from Real Movement and Martial Arts, coached by Joey Deal. In Wonder Lake, Illinois, he is Colton Folliard. 7 minutes of grappling action with the big boys.
Cody Cirks taking on Colton Folliard in this heavyweight matchup. I talked about the accolades of Colton Folliard with only 4.5 years of training already making such a name for himself. But let's just be honest, this guy is an athlete, a former NCAA Division I linebacker at Western Illinois.
That helps.
Say that's gonna help. But that is not to take away from the commitment it takes and the high level instruction that it takes to be an athlete and to take those tools and to actually do something with them, right? A good job there.
Wow,
of snatching
nice
up.
reversal by Cirks.
Yeah.
And then a counter reversal by Folliard, and he's going for the arm.
Cody Cirks using a little pop there up from the up kick. You saw Cirks using that Kimura trap.
Does that make sense?
To threaten the back, and they're kind of in a back and forth, top and middle, little break in the action after an up kick caught Folliard in the nose.
Both of them in a bit of a 50-50 position in their entanglement up on the feet. Really awesome job changing levels by Folliard and getting onto a top position now in half guard.
Now, Cirks showed us he's plenty dangerous, but let's call a spade a spade. Folliard is not the kind of guy you want to have on top of you smashing.
Elbows are wide open.
You see Folliard, he has kind of a top half guard position, and he's really working that that underhook.
One thing we're seeing from all the fighters out of Real Movement and martial arts is just, obviously they're incredibly high-level tacticians, but I love their head positioning. They're just always safe. Now advancing to a north-south position is Colton Folliard.
Cirks does not want to stay too flat in this position, but he also doesn't want to get too explosive and get like leave an arm vulnerable. Because if you've been paying attention, Folliard has been looking to isolate an arm since the start of this match.
Yeah, it's a tough position to be in with somebody as dangerous and heavy from the top as Colton Folliard. You obviously don't want to risk that north-south, but as you mentioned, fishing for those arms and keeping Cirks guessing.
The longer Cirks stays stationary, the more Folliard has an opportunity to advance and get ahead.
You need him in the center. All I can see is Cowboy Joey.
It's Coach Joey Deal getting some love from the fans from the corner. You gotta love Joey Deal.
How can you not?
How can you not? Oh!
What was
Very tricky. Well, what happened was as they jockeyed for position, Colton Folliard started to lock in what looked like the beginnings of an anaconda. However, they will be started from neutral, and it's Folliard pulling guard.
Odd to see him switch it up like that after having such success on top.
Goes to show how confident he is in his entire jiu-jitsu game. Again, not surprising for somebody coming out of real movement in MMA. I mean, Joey is a very well-rounded grappler in his own right, of course. Fantastic lineage. It doesn't get much better than that. So he's going to impart that same sort of well-roundedness on his fighters. And I mean, even if your guy is an NCAA Division I linebacker, you got to teach him some guard. Using that aforementioned guard to work his way to the top.
230, Colton.
What a beautiful pass there by Colton Folliard. Well, inside that knee shield Z guard of Cirks, he's able to maneuver his way out. Now, potentially a knee on belly situation. Jessica, if you're Colton Cirks and you're just dealing with this constant pressure from the top, I mean, I was going to ask how you handle it other than continuing and trying to move.
I think that's the key to it. The stationary moments need to stop. The seeing what happens, seeing what he's going to do needs to be taken away, and he needs to start creating some sort of urgency to get on top, to separate, to start trying to figure out where his path to victory is, because lying on your back and being afraid to open up is not going to get you there.
Yeah, and it feels like obviously Colton Folliard knows that as well. So when he does get into that north-south, or he gets in these positions, he just smashes those shoulder blades of Cirks back into the mat.
Let's go.
A good job of bumping and creating that separation momentarily there by Cirks.
But it needs to continue.
Correct.
That's what I'm talking about. It needs to continue. So the first big movement worked, and then Folliard gets to adjust and then end up in another dominant position. And what I'd like to see is Cirks continually just move, create separation.
Again, easier said than done.
Absolutely.
When you've got somebody like the Cowboy.
It's easier to stay sitting here behind a desk.
Fair enough. I love our seat,
But that's
our
what we're
vantage
here
point.
for.
Amen to that. Little under 30 seconds remaining in regulation.
Let's go, Colton.
Colton sits back for a leg.
And he gets the finish just before.
With about a second left in regulation, the Cowboy.
And that is a well-fitted hat.
My
Love the
goodness,
brim.
what a finish, what a celebration. The Cowboy, Colton Folliard.
Send him to the bar.
I mean, that's what it's all about, Jessica. You
Grappling
stay
fans,
hunting.
let's give it up for the heavyweights. But your winner, via toe hold at the bell, Colton Folliard!
Colton Folliard getting the job done literally just as regulation is about to expire. That kind of speaks to our point from earlier, Jessica, when we were talking about, like, you know, in those last 30 seconds or so of regulation, you might as well go for it. What's the worst thing that'll happen, right?
This is the type of match that took advantage of what the submission-only
Happy birthday,
kind
love you
of
so much.
rule
Thank you for
set
spending all
leaves
your
you
time
with.
watching me do jiu-jitsu instead of having a good time. Love you.
Colton Folliard, ladies and gentlemen.
He took risks. He switched up his game multiple times. He switched up his pathways to success and tried. He took risks. I love everything that he did.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's take a look at this instant replay. There you see it was in the last seconds, literally the very last seconds, that the toe hold of the Cowboy